Hey everyone, it's Noah. I just wanted to talk a little bit today about disappointment. Um, Disappointment, hits us all. We are looking forward to video games or movies or just events with a family, any number of things, and we'll build up this image in our heads of how amazing something's going to be. And then when the time comes, depending on how strong your imagination is, often it can't stand up to it. And this has particularly been, difficult for me. I feel like I have a very strong imagination, and so I can think of really good things. And so when the time comes, things play out in ways that are not the way I see them going, and I find myself just kind of devastated. I've had this kind of thing I've been wanting to do with movies where I'm told about a classic movie and I know about it through the culture, and in my mind I've developed a plot for the movie and how the cool ways certain kind of things can play against each other. The sense of adventure in Indiana Jones in my head is really strong, and then I sit down to watch the movie. And in the case of Indiana Jones, I like Indiana Jones, but it's never as exciting when it plays out as it is in my head. And so I always think about but what was that idea I had of what this movie could have been like? And by that time, the movie itself has kind of taken the place of my interior, imaginary Indiana Jones, and I've lost it forever. And so I've always wanted to write it down before it comes. In another way, people have been kind of a disappointment in my life. I'm sure it has for others, but particular kind of, influential voices in my life have disappointed me. People I know this dates me and outs my sense of humor, but Call Me Carson was a pretty influential kind of figure in the development of my sense of humor, kind of the people I would follow online, and up until the day everything came out about him, I was sharing his videos with my friends, and we were laughing and having a great time. And I remember just hearing about how he had taken advantage of female fans of his, and I just felt devastated. And not the fact that I idolized the guy, but the fact that I had shared his videos with women, and what if one of them had become a fan of his and he had taken advantage of them? I couldn't imagine having potentially put people I knew in harm's way by just sharing a video of this guy I thought was funny. And I know this is a little dramatic, but there was a real feeling of betrayal, and in a similar pattern, but much more extreme. There's a man by the name of Ravi Zacharias who had an incredible impact on my life. I was really struggling as a teenager, and I really felt like there was no meaning in the universe, and he really just kind of put everything in a way that helped me to understand that there's more to life than just kind of, the material world, and really got me thinking about philosophy and getting me interested in these big ideas and big questions. I'm eternally grateful for that impact on me. But later on, after he passed away of cancer, it turned out that he had done some horrible things to employees of his, and had used his position of influence as a way to try to get sexual favors from his employees. And again, I was devastated. As much as I think there's value in the stuff he said, I can't listen to it anymore. Every time I try, I just kind of get sad, and I have to walk away, just knowing that this guy who seems to exemplify some of the things I find to be really important and really helped me grow, they weren't enough because, he was quite monstrous in his dealing with women. And to me, that's unavoidable. Like, what do we do with that? And I'm not saying other people can't enjoy his work and people can't find use out of it. But I'm just trying to express my personal experience. I couldn't. And so I dealt with disappointment here too. And so then the question comes, right? How do I avoid this in the future? How do I avoid being crushed every time I find somebody doesn't live up to my standard? I came to this realization recently, and I know we're pretty far in, so chances are most people haven't gotten this far, but I think this is the most important part. I think that disappointment is a gift. It is honestly a gift. Disappointment every time has told me that the level of importance I put this thing on is too high, right? I think it's unavoidable to be disappointed to a certain extent. But this understanding of people aren't perfect. So why did I kind of expect it? Or why did I put them so high? I can't expect to kind of escape from all the problems in my life by playing a video game or watching a movie. That nothing is perfect on Earth. And my disappointment points me to something greater. It tells me that there is something out there that can fulfill these deep desires that have been disappointed. And it pushes me to, these bigger questions and drives me to be better, to be a better person, to be more gracious. And, I think it's unavoidable this is kind of the foundation of a certain level of my faith is to see that there is something out there that can fulfill these desires. And it's only in, this good that we can ever feel satisfaction. So, in the words of the Rolling Stones, I can't get no satisfaction. Well, maybe you can, but maybe just not here. That's all I really had to say. I'll see you next Saturday, or if I post this on a Wednesday, I'll see you maybe next Wednesday. Thank you for listening.